Man, that was rapid fire. So things are a little bit different today because you only see one square. So that means I'm the only one bringing the heat today. So I'll try and make up for Chad and Tay. I got some really great notes that I took down. The first thing is he talks about the concept of things don't happen to us; they happen for us. And this has been Ed Mylett's foundation for a very long time. And the same with Inky Johnson. With his accident, he didn't look at it as something that happened to him; it happened for him. He said, "God doesn't give us stuff that isn't going to grow us in some way." You always hear the saying that God works out all things for good for those who believe in him. Well, he is going to take every situation and turn it into something good. It may not be immediately, it may be something down the road. Like he was saying, he's gone through 50 years of his life, and through 50 years of his life, he's been able to look back and see specific moments when something that he thought at the time was happening to him. And now he can look back at it and look at it as something that happened for him. Something very important that he said when he was working at the boys club was the boys would look at him, and he said it's not just the orphans that were there. This is a condition of human need. He said every human wants someone to love, care about them, and believe in them. Guys, that is why some people join your team, because they are looking for those types of things. And guess what? They can absolutely find it here at It Works, not with just amazing products, but with an amazing company, an amazing culture. And with you involved in it, you have the ability to translate those things to another person on your team. You absolutely have something to offer other people. He talked about using the things that happen to you to shape you for who you are going to be. He talks about things happening uh, in your past that you can't specifically change. You can't go back and change the things that happened. It was a time, it was an event, it was something that happened to you. But now, in this present time, you can look at it and go back, and we've done a couple episodes on this, is you can go back and actually change what that happened to you by reframing the way you look at it. Something bad happened. Okay, how can you look at it and find a way to help it grow you into the future, not hold you back? He said there's a lot of bad things that have happened to people out there that shouldn't have allowed them to get to where they are today. But they actually took that and used it as fuel to push them forward, as opposed to a chain that kept them from going further. Having enthusiasm will draw people around you from everywhere. When you are excited about something, when you're excited about sharing something, when you have that energy about you, people want to be around that energy, because the majority of the day, they're not around that energy. So when they come across you and they see that in you, they want more of it. He said, empathy will connect you to more people, and that connection will allow people to trust you to teach and lead them. So empathy is a key part of leadership because it allows people to know that you care. Like John Maxwell always says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So with empathy, it allows you to reach that next level of relationship with people. And speaking intentionally about what you want and setting your thoughts on it, he was talking about precision and specificity and repetition. If you do those three things and you put it out there, you will more than likely continue to hit your goals. He goes, if you're not specific and precise about where you're going, how will you know if you hit it? And how will people know whether you hit it? And then once you do the things, all of those things will start adding on to what you're doing. He said, when you start being specific, he goes, things will just start to show up that will help you get to your goal. He said, you are a collection of the reactions to the things that have happened to you. You're at the point of your life that you're at right now because of the collection of reactions that you've had to the things that have happened in your life. And, talking about time traveling and changing your past, he said that you can actually go back and reframe the way that you look at those things in order to make sure that you can change those reactions going forward. This one, like star, 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 star. I love this one. And I've heard him say this quite a few times. If you don't come from a rich family can come from you. Make the decision today. Are you going to be the one in your family? Are you going to be the one that shows up in the history of your family and changes the family tree forever? He said, most wealthy families can point back to one person in their family that made the decision to change and basically put his flag in the sand and said, no more. This is what I'm going to do. He said he cared about his family so much. He was the first generation wealth in his family that's created that legacy that's going to move forward for his family. So are you going to make the decision today to be the one to do that? He also talked about having faith in everything that you do. He said, don't just drop God off at the door on Sunday. Take him with you everywhere you go. Start keeping him with you in everything from meetings to, breakfast to lunch, just speaking to him throughout the day. And that relationship will open up doors and things will start to happen for you that otherwise you would not notice happening. Also, he said, make sure to start keeping promises to yourself. I mean, that's huge. How do you create self-confidence? Well, it starts with starting to do for yourself what you say you're going to do. And then that will actually in turn create confidence in other people because you will start being known as the person that does the thing that they say they're going to do. And it's something that's very simple. You can start off with just doing your 6 list. You say you're going to do your 6 list, get your 6 list done. You get it done for one day. That's one day of confidence. You do it 5 days in a row. You start feeling pretty good about yourself. And then what happens when you miss a day, all of a sudden you start realizing that that's not a feeling that you want, which causes you to do more of it. He said, humility and self-confidence are balancing. Humility will obviously keep you humble, that allows you to connect with people and have greater relationship with you. And he said, self-confidence allows you to execute. He said, if you're feeling helpless, go out and be helpful to somebody today. Guys, I want to encourage you today to be a thermostat that goes into a room and turns up the temperature for other people, not just be a thermometer on the wall telling everybody what the temperature is. Go out, make a difference in somebody's life today. Can't wait to see you here again next time. Go out and make it an amazing week. We'll see you again soon.